Hey, everybody. We back in this happy new year to y'all. We're here with another beautiful evening. Today we have with us everybody, Miss Jazzy Moto,
Hello. Happy New Year.
Mega Elixir,
Hey guys, it's been a while.
OG Double M to the NZM,
Happy New Year, people.
myself, Sir Rich, and the one and only, the gamer of the one.
Happy New Year to everyone. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yep.
So, what has everyone been playing since we've had at least 3 weeks of not having a podcast? Let's start with you, Lady Jazz. What have you been playing?
I have been playing a crap ton of Minecraft. What
I
else?
think I saw you in.
Yep.
Playing the mess out of it.
Yeah, got a couple houses going. Trying to build a rail system. This big world we got going.
Really working on the fourth one.
Yeah. Yeah, the fourth one. Trying to connect them all. But
I need to join y'all on Minecraft one day. I haven't played that game in a while.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
But yeah, besides that, I've been playing Modern Warfare
For real.
2, trying to knock out some of the story. What else? The Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Comeback Collection. Had to jump on the other one a little bit. Chinatown Detective Agency, and last night I streamed a little bit of Yakuza 3. So I've
Oh,
been a little
interesting.
busy.
Interesting. So, you've been busy.
Yeah.
What about you, Mega?
Oh, I played a lot.
That's why I went to you next.
Yeah. But
Huh.
yeah, as far as I can think,
You
um,
hold on. Let me step back because I know you got a lot of time on your hand. What have you? What did you beat? Because I know you play a lot. So, what did you beat anything yet?
oh,
Oh,
what did I beat?
Yeah.
Actually nothing.
What you didn't? Weren't
what?
you? If last we spoke, weren't you heavily engaged in God of War or something? The old one.
Yeah, but ever since I started streaming, I've only been playing that game via streaming. But stay tuned for that because I'm gonna stream tomorrow, so I need to get
Okay.
on more on that though. But the other games I played was Persona 4 Golden. I played that like a long time ago. Um I've definitely been playing, my Christmas gifts, which was Splatoon 3, Mario plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope. What else? What's the other game? Oh yeah, Kirby, which I also gonna be streaming
Nice.
tomorrow. Gonna stream that game tomorrow. And I was also playing a fair bit of Xenoblade Chronicles on the Switch, which I haven't played in a long time with that game. And yeah,
Was it? That's good.
yep.
What about you, OG?
Oh, gee,
Oh,
double M.
geez, Louise. I've been trying to get away.
Evangeline.
So, oh man, let me see. Gotham Knights, which is
Yeah,
great.
I saw you playing that. Well, I didn't
That's
see
a
you,
good
but I
game.
know you were playing.
Yeah,
Because you
that's a good
hide when
game.
you hide when you online, so I keep
He sure
emphasizing.
does.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can't see him do
I
nothing.
played it.
OG double ninja.
You
I
just look
don't
at
know.
his achievement points going up. Okay, he did that for 2 minutes
Right.
ago, so he old.
I played
He just gotta look at
Legendary.
his achievements.
Hey, hey, hey! You know
Breadcrumbs.
what? He hiding online. He had no lie because he don't want Mega to see him, so Mega can go tell he get chatting with some female in the chat, so Mega can tell on him. So what
Man,
else? What else?
High
Banana.
on Life. That's another great game. Y'all should play that.
That is on my menu. Yes.
People play that game. If you like Rick and Morty, you're gonna love that game. It's good. It's really good. Um, Plague's Tale. I still haven't finished the last level on that. I got to get
You
back to that. And Callisto Protocol on PC.
You put a
Great.
video out on it. Yes, you did.
Scary.
Oh
Gives you
my God.
anxiety.
Oh my.
You'll like that one. Don't play it
All
at
right.
night, though. You'll have a
Were
dream.
you?
Oh no, I'll play it at night. I did that at Dead Space. I used to play in the dark at Dead Space. Ooh, scared the mess out of me.
Headphones
Ooh,
on
used to
max.
don't touch me. Don't touch me. You might get socked. Oh, it's scary.
So where were you playing, Sir Rich?
Oh, I was playing some Minecraft, a lot of that, a lot of Call of Duty.
I saw you and Jazz playing that, so yeah, I knew you were playing.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. I dusted the Switch off. I was playing my Dead Cells on that. I've been playing the Cowabunga collection. Getting irritated at that old NES game on there. Oh, the memories.
With the water world, that one.
Yeah. Godfall. I've been trying Godfall out. That's pretty good. Kind of plays like God of War.
How about that?
Yeah, kind of play like God of War. And we could play together in that. We could team up in that.
Okay, I bought it.
If you ever online.
That'll be today. Go ahead.
Some PUBG.
Oh yeah, that too.
Your staple.
Yeah. My God of War Ragnarok. And I believe that Hearthstone.
Oh, you was playing Ragnarok or the first one?
No, I beat the first one. I'm playing Ragnarok.
Oh, okay.
I'm playing the old man Kratos with the raspy voice. As the game go on, his voice get raspy and raspier.
Okay.
And Double, you need to really play that. It's an excellent father-son story. It is an excellent father-son.
Are you saying that Double should play it as a father and son story so he can get thoughts about Megalix and how rambunctious and bad Megalix it was? Are you trying to say something like that?
I don't know what messages they may get from this game, but it's an excellent father-son game.
She said it's an excellent father and son game because that little boy.
He is rambunctious, man. He is a handful. He is a handful.
Yes, knucklehead. So when you said that, I'm like, okay, Mega doesn't come off like he's a knucklehead, but if you want to say,
not a knucklehead.
But I'm just saying the bonding elements of the game, especially with like the part I just made it to. Like
I'm just.
Yeah, because it's just this particular part that I just got passed on my stream on Stay Play Day, you know. But yeah, I got to this part. I was like, oh man, I never thought I'd see Kratos like this. I never thought I would.
Oh, excuse me, Meg. I meant to say nice young man.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, what did you say before? I wasn't listening.
Rambunctiousness.
Okay, yeah.
Like you ain't no kid no more.
He's
You got too much bass in your voice for
that.
So, what have you been up to?
What have I been playing?
Yeah, you. Mr. I haven't said anything.
I saw him playing Vampire Survivors.
Yes.
Yeah, that game it's strangely addicting.
Yeah.
It's strangely good.
Yeah, Vampire Survivors. I'm playing that because it's addictive.
That's a game.
Jump in, jump out type of game. So
Yep.
that was
perfect Switch game.
If they release that on mobile, I'll be happy. Play that on the go.
Or Switch. Perfect.
Yeah, definitely Switch. Definitely.
But you have Game Pass, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can play it on your phone. They said. I heard somebody say they were playing it on.
Really?
Let me go ahead and try that because that sounds like a plan for lunch.
I heard someone say.
You tried it out on your phone?
I heard someone else said. I read someone else said they were playing it on their phone.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so I was playing that. I went back to playing Battlefield because I got tired of Call of Duty.
Which one?
Battlefield 2042.
I was tempted to get that. I was tempted to get that because they were saying that it's better now.
It is much, much better. And it's in Game Pass, so you don't have to worry about it. Well, the ultimate version.
Yeah.
Game Pass, not
I ain't got nothing. I ain't got the dusty version. I got the upgraded version because it's my main system.
Dusty.
I got the dusty version on PlayStation. I ain't paying extra on the PlayStation because I ain't over there that much.
No, but it plays much better. And I had to get off of Call of Duty for a minute because Call of Duty needs to fix the physics because the only thing people do in Call of Duty now is jump and shoot.
And
And that
snipe.
does not work in real shooting. The physics don't work like that. You can't be that accurate shooting. This is not Die Hard, and you're not Bruce Willis trying to shoot a machine gun and become so accurate. So I was, playing that, and before I left
You went
town,
into great detail about
yes,
that.
And you
I
know what?
always
You know what?
I
We
I
all
get
know exactly what he's talking about. There are no lies detected.
That was some
But
deep
yes.
well.
detail.
You have to realize,
He's a professional. He used to work in the
yes,
military.
you have to realize that when you have people listening, they may not understand what you're talking about. So I like to give a little detail as to why I don't like something.
He said he like
I,
frosting on his cake with his cake.
yes. And what else I've been playing? That's about no. I bought Resident Evil 3 before I left town for the
I'm still gonna
holiday.
get that.
And I started playing that
I
again.
forgot I got that too. It was a
Yeah.
two. I got both of them for like
Oh,
$20.
you got both of them. I only paid $9.99
You
for
got
the
one and
sale.
two.
Well,
Is
I
three
paid the
I
same
got
included?
price.
three.
Only I
Yeah.
got both of them. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you got one and two.
no, I got 2 and 3.
2 and 3?
Two and
I got
Shoot, let me
I got
install.
Yeah, I got
two
the.
and
It was
three.
a 2 and 3 pack. It was a 2 and 3 pack for
yeah, it was a two.
Resident
It
Evil.
was a 2 and 3 pack. And I think that was $14.99.
That's
But
a good price.
Okay, well
yeah,
then
it was
that's what I got it for.
it was $14.99, and I got it for $9.99. But
Okay,
actually, I
'cause I wanted
paid.
both of them.
I think I paid. Let me just no. I paid $1.10 for it. If I'm not mistaken.
Because you use the points. I paid
Exactly.
I paid $4 for mine because I used the
Yeah.
$10.
I cashed in
How many
I
points you got?
cashed. Who
They
me?
telling me to
Who
buy
me?
it.
I got about $170 worth of points.
And now
That's
when
why
you log in on the phone, they give you extra points.
I've been trying to tell you
They
guys
give you
that
extra points now. I don't
I
think I
was
logged in.
You get
trying to.
points for playing a PC game.
Yes, that's why
Like,
y'all don't know how to get
Yeah, you
over
get
it.
points for PC games.
You get points on the PC. And speaking of which, I'm gonna make a segue real quick since we're talking about the points. I don't know if you've seen Microsoft that they got cheaper. Of your daily credits, you used to get 5 points, now they're 3. The monthly credits used to finish it was 1,000. This month it's only 500. Did you notice that?
I did not.
Go into Game Pass and you'll see that they started cheapening out the points. Yeah, they
But
getting
right
cheaper.
before Christmas, they was giving you extra points. So
Well, they took it back this
That
month.
out.
yeah, they took it back.
We
Yeah.
I mean, okay,
They're like, we gonna get it one way or another. We gonna even it out. They gonna think
And I
they gonna
was
be getting
kind
a
of
deal. They ain't get nothing but what they normally would get.
I was kind of peed off because when I was out of town, I couldn't do my weekly quest on the Xbox. You know, you go in and do everything on the Xbox, and you
Yeah.
do your weekly trends. I had 100.
Oh,
How many
splat.
weeks? At least 50 weeks straight of doing it. And since I was out of town, got home Sunday, I couldn't get the last day in for logging in every day. So it kind of screwed me over. But I did get the other ones when you do it from the PC. But speaking of which, those are the games we've been playing. That's going on. So let's get to some topics. And one of the first topics I want to discuss is what type of games are you guys looking for in 2023? Now, that being said, let's segue back to first and foremost, we didn't cover it because we didn't cover it, but it was right before we did cover it, but we didn't have a podcast after that. Everyone was talking about it, but I want to revisit it. What did you guys think of Jeff Keighley's show? But not the point of what we thought about it, but with Microsoft not making a show. What did y'all think about that? Was it imperative that they did? Did you think they should have? Or what?
I go.
Oh yeah, you go.
I think I don't know if Microsoft got gun shy and not showing anything, but I mean it really rubbed the Xbox fans the wrong way.
Okay.
And I don't think it has any bearing on the Activision acquisition. Go ahead and show what you got. because that Activision stuff is going to take care of itself.
Okay, we're gonna get into Activision too. Okay, what about you, Lady Jazz? What link are you looking for?
Hang on, so I can pull something up.
Um, what is Jeff Keighley's show called? You know, the Game Awards, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not to show anything, is just that was just uh I thought that was bad after 3 years of showing something and Xbox fans expecting something at that award show.
Do you think Xbox fans are too, um, let's say, spoiled? No one owes you anything. You pay your money, they give you a service. That's what kills me about people. It's not like you're getting.
Spoiled? No
I'm
one.
asking them. I'm just asking you a question.
You say, excuse me?
No, because I saw a lot of the rhetoric after the fact and people complaining about what they didn't do. But it's easier to complain and sit on the outside and complain about what somebody didn't do, but not understanding the predicament they're in.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna let everybody else give their perspective first. Okay, what about you, Mabel?
All right. So, here's the thing. When I first noticed this, I was like, well, okay then, like, this isn't like a bad sign or anything, because, like, this kind of just shows that they're saving something like bigger, like probably this year's E3. And another reason why I wasn't like, shook about it was back in 2021, Nintendo didn't show anything at the Game Awards, and well, and that wasn't, a problem to them. So
Right, but yet again, and you're very good for bringing that point up. But did the world make a big kibosh out of it? They complained.
say
No.
that again, you're
It's
cutting
hard.
off.
Yeah.
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 Did
I was
Can you
about
hear
to
me
say,
now?
you caught
Can
it.
Much
can
Yep.
you hear
better.
me?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
you're
Did
you're cool.
Okay, did everybody make a big complaint, boo-hoo about Nintendo?
From what I remember, there are some people that are like, where's the Nintendo stuff?" But
The Boston restaurant scene
yeah,
right now
I
is
wouldn't
as
say
exciting
like
as it has
it was
ever
that
been.
big. Was there like some
There's some
Sony ponies
spicy,
start saying, "Yeah,
dynamic,
Xbox is
diverse food
dead"
here.
or something like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Then that's stupid.
Yeah.
Then yeah,
right.
that's stupid. Yeah.
Okay, so okay. What about you, Serge?
Well, just because they don't show nothing now don't mean they don't have nothing. I mean, it's the Game Awards.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay. Um, Here's my point, and everyone made a big boo-hoo out of it, but I'm looking at it from two or three different points. Let's be I think we need to be look at it from a perspective that I don't watch the Game Awards because I don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like him personally. I just think he is fake, and that's what my gut tells me
Yeah,
about it.
he plastic.
He
He
Right.
plastic.
He's very fake, and I don't think I could have a good conversation with him, so wouldn't support him. But he does not support gaming. He supports Sony. I don't like anybody that is just so one sided
One-sided.
and not objective. But if you looked at, and did you notice that you guys notice that the FTC made that announcement the same day of the Game Awards? Did y'all know that? Go back and look at it. They made the announcement the same night. And if you look at Phil Spencer's face, he was livid.
Mm.
Look at his face. They showed he didn't really say anything. He just looked peed off when I saw him. But I don't think they intended to show anything. I think that they want the whole stage for themselves. They didn't want to share it. I don't have a problem with them not sharing anything with Jeff Keighley because they know what Jeff Keighley is about. Why would I get on stage and make you look bigger when all you're going to do is turn around and make me look bad?
True.
So not at this point. I don't have a problem with them not doing it. Now, within the next week or two, they're supposed to have their own event, so to speak, and they're
That's a
going to
rumor.
show.
That's just a rumor. It's not confirmed.
Okay, I'm gonna say it again. So everybody listening to me, they're going to have an event. They're going to have an event.
He like
They
you think
they
it's
are-
rumor, but I am seeing right
and
now.
they're gonna- Yes,
I'm hoping they do. I'm hoping
no,
they
no.
do, but
no. Okay,
He like listen to me one more time.
they are going to have an event. I don't know if it's going to be. I would say at least by March. I think they're playing. I think at this point now, they don't give a freak. Meaning they were trying to be cautious, and I do think they were trying to be cautious of the FTC and the EU and the CMA. I think they were being very cautious because look at what has happened. Everything about them, everybody, and we're going to have context to this later, but look at what has happened, what has transpired. And
dude,
go ahead.
Sony is out here bragging about the 30 million that they done sold. They do not
Okay,
care no more.
who don't care? Context.
Sony does not care no more.
Here's
They
the point.
saying they're the market leader now. They letting you
Right.
know.
And what are they letting us know? Are they saying which?
30 million. Y'all ain't crap.
No. Are you saying that because somebody else brought context? We're gonna hold that thought to the end. But at that point in time, when Microsoft did what they did, you forget who they are. It's always about, and then your video even showed you. The video that you sent me last night.
Right.
What did that girl say? That young lady was like, she was like, oh yeah, I don't want the deal to go through because they're big tech. But you just said 5 minutes ago you gave them credit for trying to start a union, and good for that. But there's an ulterior motive.
Yep.
So you damned if you do and you damned if you don't. Correct? So I think they being Microsoft, was being very, very keeping their cards to their chest. Why let them know? Because if Microsoft does it, they would have came out guns blazing, showing 20 titles. Then their FTC and everyone else been like, well, then we're not going to let you do it. You're already too big. You're going to scare people. Now they are seen, but this is before they had the data, because to me, before they had the data, we'll get into this later. So I'm going to skip that part because I don't want to talk about that right now. I felt as though overall they did a good job. To me, this is their year. Now, if they don't put these top games out, which we're about to get into in a couple of seconds, if they don't put the top games out right now, this year, then everyone has a right to go in on them. But they got too much going on, and you cannot put them in the same boat because they're not looked at like Sony. If they were looked at like Sony, the FTC, the CMA, and the EU would have said, hold up, Sony, you even though you're spending $3 billion to buy Bungie, let's look at you because you're the market leader. In Europe, you control 60 to 70% of the market, or 30 to 40 to 50% of the market. In UK, it's at least 30 to 40% of the market. Microsoft only has 10 to 15%. So you're going to tell me it's okay for them to buy Bungie? No one says it. Even if it's only $3 billion, it's the market share that you're talking about. So are you telling me it's market share? Or is it the price you pay for the valuation of the company? Because everyone really knows that the valuation of a company is only based off the stock price. Don't mean how big you are. The valuation of your stock. Look at Tesla. Although they fell down like crazy, but and they were
low blow.
They were headed to the trillion. They were headed to the $1 trillion club, right? Right.
Yeah.
But did the size of them make that? No. So it's the market cap you're looking at, and you judging them off that. So you judge the Activision Blizzard because they're a $70 billion deal. but how big are they? They only have 10,000 employees. So what are you judging off of? So you're saying that Bungie is only 3 billion. You don't want to look at it, but you're looking at Sony. They control it. So I just think it's a bunch of hypocrisy that they're saying. That's all I'm trying to say. But we'll get into it. Anyone else have anything to say before we move on to what we're looking for in 2023?
No.
Not
Yeah, I'm
I.
good.
Okay. So since Mr. OG was talking about Microsoft being a no-show, let me just ask you real quick some of the top games are you looking for this year? So I'm gonna give you a couple. I'm giving everybody a couple. And tell me of the ones that I'm gonna list, and you can give me some more. Which are your top 3 of the ones that I'm thinking about? Or you guys thinking about coming out this year? Monster Hunter Rise, Hogwarts, Dead Space Remake, Atomic Heart, Star Wars, Forza, Starfield, supposedly Dragon Age, and Redfall. What are your top 3? And why? Double.
Go through the list again.
Me?
Yeah, you sir.
You had to pull
Monster,
it up.
Yeah,
Monster Hunter, Monster Hunter Rise,
Oh,
Hogwarts,
that's why I blocked out.
Yeah, I was like, I
Dead,
know. Sorry, Dead Space.
Dead Space Remake, Star Wars, Jedi.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're
Yeah,
talking
yeah, you know Forza.
I know what you're talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
that's
yeah, yes, sir,
yeah,
yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir,
yes.
yes,
So
sir.
Jazz did a good job. Forspoken, yeah. Forspoken, Dead Space.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, I see it now.
So let's just say leave it right there and let's just go off of what
Man,
Comic
this year is
Heart is.
Yeah, bring it down so
Remember, it's delayed, so I don't know. Right now,
Okay.
I'm sitting on January.
No, it's on February.
No, that's on February.
It'll go
I just
back.
want
Give it a
Yeah.
few seconds.
You got Starfield, which is my Skyrim in space. I'm gonna say it again.
That's
Skyrim
you.
in
That's
space.
you.
I like that.
I hope they don't release that
Yeah.
until. I wish they released
Until
that.
it's done. Until it's
Well,
done.
no, I think it's done. I just
Oh
don't
no,
think
it's
they should.
done.
I think
It's
it's
done.
done. I just hope they release it in the second half of the year. I think it's too stacked. It is too much coming out.
Yeah, it needs its own area.
Yeah.
It needs its own.
It needs room to breathe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a good way to put it.
Lies of P,
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio on crack.
Actually, it looked like Alice McGee's Pinocchio, like Alice in Wonderland Twisted.
Pinocchio on
Okay.
crack.
So OG, what are your top ones?
I'm talking about that.
The must haves, the must five.
We can go with your top 5.
Must have 5.
Okay, Lies of P, Starfield, Redfall. We may get Avowed.
No, we're not. Don't worry about Val. Don't be put Val in this.
It's probably going to end up falling beginning of 24. We will see.
Yes.
Hellblade 2. That's still for this year.
That's end of the year. But I'm talking about. Let's just go with the first half. It's too many.
The first 6 months.
Yeah, the first half of the year.
The first half of the year look like it's going to probably be.
And for the sake of the conversation, don't put Starfield in it because I know you and I are the same because I want to play Starfield.
That's your
too.
Goku. That's
right.
your Goku.
That's a given.
That's a given. So outside of that,
that's your Ryu.
You got Stalker 2, which may come in February.
No, it's not. Who giving you this information?
Stalker 2 may come in February. We don't know. Maybe.
Okay, I'm going to ask you again. Who is giving you this information?
Who?
Because you coming up with some information I never.
He said, I'm telling you, man. I got the inside scoop.
Yeah, whoever your source is, let me know.
Got the inside scoop.
Don't forget about Outer Worlds 2 may come also.
No, it's not.
Look at the list that I have going on the podcast. Look at the screen. Look at the screen.
No, it's not.
He out here making up stuff.
I'm not making up stuff.
You
I'm
are.
telling you.
It's not.
This is
Oh,
fact.
he
They
sounded
got
like he wanted to
look,
shake you,
they
man.
got
No,
enough games right
no.
now for 3 years. They
That's
got
the that.
enough
No,
games
no,
right
no. That
now for the
okay.
next 3
I
years.
I apologize. That was not their question. The question was your top 5.
My top 5, I told you:
Oh, this is a
Starfield,
beautiful.
Okay.
Hellblade 2,
Okay.
Redfall,
Okay.
Master
3.
Chief,
Okay. 4.
and I'm still working on that one because that indie game Replaced, that's supposed to come out this year too.
Okay. Well. Okay. So we're not going to. I told you we can't include. We can't include. We won't include Starfield. Okay. So we'll give yours. Those are the ones you like. What about you, Lady Jazz?
I can only think of 4. I'm gonna have to go back, but my number 1 is the Resident Evil 4 remake.
Yeah.
Dead Space, Redfall, Street Fighter 6.
Oh wow. Everybody forgot Street Fighter, although I don't
I
play
almost
Street Fighter.
forgot Street Fighter
I
6.
Yeah.
I didn't. She beat me to it.
Okay.
But
You
that's
so that
okay.
was
So I'm gonna pick a
okay. What?
5th. Go ahead.
And I know. I'm gonna ask Mega now because Mega, we didn't list, and it doesn't list any Nintendo games. So I know most of yours are gonna be Nintendo.
No, I'm looking at the website. Literally, Zelda Tears of the Kingdom is like part of the artwork background.
Okay, that's one of yours. What else?
Nope. Okay. Well,
Moving on. Where's your number?
Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. We're talking about like
Who?
quarter 1 and quarter 2, right?
Yeah, first 6
Yeah.
months.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah, you got it.
Well, yeah, Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe. Since
What
that
else?
comes out next month.
You got 5.
Let's see. Final Fantasy 16. That comes out in June, I
Oh
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, the MMO continuation, or is it the actual game?
No, it's not MMO.
Oh, so it's an actual continuation of the story. Okay, cool.
PlayStation 5 though.
I ain't
Yeah.
playing.
Oh,
You got a
never mind. I get
PlayStation
another
5?
pick. Never
Nope.
mind.
Nope, I tell you one thing. Double M did say he may plan on getting one this year. Let's see how he stick to his gut.
Under pressure.
Uh-oh.
Ding ding ding
Uh-oh.
ding 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 ding.
Hey, double. It must be nice. It just must be nice.
It must be nice.
Okay, I got 3. I still have 3.
You got 2 more left.
All right. I
Harry
guess I'll
Potter.
put the Harry Potter.
What?
Okay. Maybe Bayonetta Origins. Yeah. I guess I'll put that there. It looks interesting to me.
It looks interesting. That's all I
Yeah.
can say about it right now.
And the same thing will have to be for Fire Emblem Engage, since I haven't actually sat down and played a Fire Emblem game before, but I want to get into the series. And
Okay.
yeah,
That's
about
it?
it. Yep.
All right. What about you, Sir Rich?
I want to finish my story with that Jedi. What else was it? I was just looking at it. Redfall. Or is that in the first half? Does that
Yep,
count?
that's first half. That's in the first half.
Okay. I had it. What about do they have a date on this Armored Core? No, I don't think so. That don't count. Where's the list? Flintlock. That's one of them that I was super interested in. And Dead Space,
What's
I'm getting that. Huh?
What was that again?
Flintlock.
Flintlock.
Mm-hmm. Between that and Forsaken, I ain't know which one.
See, I played Forsaken on the PS5 because they get I played the demo. I wasn't impressed. They need to do more.
Okay.
So go ahead.
But then Atomic Heart then.
Okay.
Because
Those
I
are
was like, because Monster Hunter is on the list, but I'm like, man, does that really count? That's in like 14 days, like 2 weeks.
hey, it counts. It
Also,
counts.
Monster Hunter.
And let me put this out here right now. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you how much fake somebody is. Now, since you mentioned what you call it, Monster Hunter Rise. Somebody in this chat, I mean, in the group, loves Monster Hunter. Can never get them to play. I wonder if they'll play this time.
No, they gonna be offline.
Yeah, that's
collecting
level
achievement points in secret.
level, and there'll be a level 200. You'd be like,
You know,
wow.
offline. The whole
Yeah, how
time.
you get there? Offline
The
the whole time.
whole time.
It's a team game. It's fun when you play with people. They
He
are
said, "I got
nowhere
my
to be
cat.
found.
I got
Exactly.
my cat right here. Me and my cat go in. We good."
Okay, so let me think about my tops 5. Well, I'm not going to mention Starfield because that's definite. Now I got to change this. Definitely Jedi.
Yeah,
Definitely Dead Space.
yeah.
Uh, definitely Stalker 2.
I don't know
And
about that.
I'm definitely going to get that because to me, the people who make Stalker 2 are similar to the people who made that other company, that other game.
Wolfenstein.
Metro
Not
Exodus.
Metro Exodus. That's it. Because Metro was good. Metro Exodus was excellent. So they're similar to that. Their style are similar. Ukrainian, Eastern European developers. Therefore, I'm definitely getting that. And I actually may buy it, even though it's coming to Game Pass. May buy it, and then we may just give it one way on the show too.
I heard Microsoft helped them relocate.
Yeah, so I want to buy it to show them support. And since it's on Game Pass, that's even it's not a big deal because I don't think. And then I'm not buying any of these, but my points are going to buy them. And with EA Play, you get 10% off. So the
Yeah.
Jedi. So I'm buying 2 EA games.
Mm-hmm. And
So
you
I'm
go get
getting
the Game Pass first
I can get
month
the other
1,000
right.
points. Plus the
I'm
rewards points for it, because
right.
they had a reward specials for them too when they come out.
Oh, yeah. What about this Wolong? Forgot
Oh,
about
and
it.
Wo Long.
Oh,
Yeah, I was like, hold
and
on.
on the bonus tip, Seafood come out in Steam and on Xbox.
That's sweet.
And Redfall.
Yeah, Redfall definitely. Redfall is definitely
So those are my top games.
And
But
Wulong, like,
definitely
because he is like so
now,
many. I was like, what 5? That's kind of difficult
but
because there's
see,
like 10
let me
of them.
ask
I won't.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask all of you a question. With all these games coming out, because I know that what people don't understand, and I think I blame Game Pass for it. And this is a good blame for Game Pass. It's not a negative swipe at Game Pass, but I blame Game Pass because of the games that you're buying, and that's why I asked Mega in the very beginning. There's always a method to my madness. Which games did you beat? And with Game Pass, you just like at a smorgasbord, you tasting everything, but you're not finishing. But I will say, that I will take what you call all the way to the end. Dead Space, Jedi,
Yes,
Stalker. I will
yes.
take because
Because those worlds suck you in,
yeah,
though.
right. That's
And then you be like, I can't wait. I can't. Especially Isaiah playing with Isaac.
so I will so I'll do those within a week and a half to 2 weeks. I can't sit down and because of all the things I'm trying to do. But I will beat it within 2 weeks. Whereas I'm still playing. What's the game, Mark? You were playing. There's so many games that you said you was beating with the girl. The game with the girl. I'm just in chapter 4 with the girl.
Plague's
Plague's
Tale.
Tale.
Plague's Tale.
Same.
Yeah,
I didn't get back to
yeah.
it yet because I got caught up in God of
You
War.
see,
Because you was like, you're not going to get one of them games because God of War. You told me. And I was like, yep.
right.
You dang Skippy.
So it's like, and that's the beauty of Game Pass because it's so many freaking games that you do want to touch everything. And like, if I have to say this, if it wasn't for Game Pass, I wouldn't have played Vampire Survivor. I wouldn't have
Hecky
played that.
no. Hecky no.
But but because of Game Pass, it got me in it. I will
It's
say
fun.
that.
Super
It is
fun.
very fun. So I'm going to pose that question to you, lady and gentlemen. Which of these games, I'm going to start with you, Lady Jazz, do you think you're going to commit yourself to beat?
Besides Resident Evil 4,
Yeah.
Like just on your list that you name what you say, yeah. Or actually,
Yeah.
out of all the ones
okay, so
that you want to
besides
play.
Resident Evil 4, Dead Space.
Okay.
Yeah, because I really do like that story.
Yeah.
It's so scary.
But
Stupid
it's
babies.
so good. Cabbage babies
Yeah.
with the
Oh
flashbacks.
man.
But yes.
Oh man. I cannot. I don't want to see them and updated. That's gonna scare me. So no, I don't.
Oh, OG, what about you?
For me, Lies of P. I
That's on
just
my
love
list too.
that game.
That's on my
A
list too.
lie. You a lie. You go ninja that monster hunter. You go ninja yourself to the top.
That's what he gonna do. What about you, Megan?
We'll
Kirby.
see.
You love that monster hunter.
I said Kirby.
That's what I said. I said, yeah, you said Kirby.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Surge.
That Jedi and that Dead Space too, man, because those are two games that I did not expect that Jedi to be that good. I knew I was gonna like it, but I did not expect it to be that good, especially that ending. If you haven't played the first Jedi, you need to go out there and see that ending.
Oh, you talking about the Jedi that they were complaining about?
Woo,
That they say
man,
who they said showed up at the end.
man.
Well, you can
Don't
say
talk
who.
I
about
never
No,
did. I was handling them, and I was like, yeah.
no,
uh,
you could actually say who was in there because it was advertised on TV, and people got mad that they showed said character.
Oh, I didn't know. It
Yes,
surprised me.
yeah,
It surprised me.
It was supposed to be a surprise.
I got it. It surprised the mess out of me. I was like, oh no. But you said say who was at the end.
It's up to you to say who it is, but I'm just saying.
Y'all
Okay,
want to
you don't
know?
have to.
Y'all
No,
want
I
to know?
mean,
I ain't listening to nothing.
She don't want to know. See, that's what I'm saying.
OG, you haven't played it yet?
I'm stuck on that last Jedi dude, the old dude in the temple.
Yeah,
Are we talking about Jedi?
yeah.
And you hadn't beat that yet?
Nope.
I'm
No.
gonna take
And
your
Mono
game.
ain't played it. Mono ain't played it either.
Hold on. I'm taking your gamer card away.
But she ain't started. She ain't started. You started it, so there's a difference. There is a divide.
So you haven't even got to the cinematic of how he showed up. OG.
No, not at all.
Oh wow.
It put the fear in my soul. It put the fear in my soul. I was like, it's time to go. Turn 180.
I told Sergio I was stuck on a couple of months ago.
I thought you would have got unstuck by now.
Nope. Stop playing something else.
Man.
Water is gone.
Well, you gotta
finish it now.
Yeah, you gotta finish that because when said character pops up, it's gonna blow you away.
Yeah, because it's a feeling. It's not it's a feeling. And the cinematics and everything that happened is like, oh no.
Yeah. They did a good job.
Yeah. That ending got me hooked.
So back to the gaming world.
Second one coming out in March.
What? Yeah, March. Yeah, but if you got PlayStation Plus, it's free this month.
Oh, really?
Actually, I own it. I own it.
Oh, I own it too. I own it, but I downloaded it for the PS5. I'm not gonna play it. I just downloaded it because I already beat it. It's rare that I go back in the games unless they're really, really good and try to beat them again.
Yeah, this game is really, really good.
I downloaded it on PC.
It's fun traveling the world of the movies too.
And let me ask you a question. What did you guys?
The lore, rather.
The other question I wanted to ask you, since you guys are so gamer focused, a couple of weeks ago, they were putting out their gamer scores on how many gamer scores they achieved over a year. How much did you do, OG?
I ain't even look at that. How you see that?
Yeah, how do you find that out?
The past.
Yeah, they were putting it out. I think you can go to what's that gamer score, whatever. It's a site you can go to and put your gamer tag in it, and
What
it'll
is it?
show
Put it
you.
in the chat.
I don't know the name of it. I saw everybody doing it one week, but Microsoft usually does, and it said this is how much in gamer score you achieved over in 1 year.
No, I didn't
I
even know
want to
that
say
was a thing.
16,000 for myself,
You
probably.
did 16,000.
Yeah, probably about
That's nothing.
16,000.
I did 27, I think.
Oh, I think
Oh,
I
Yeah,
so
saw
you
it.
that's
went,
about right.
so
I'm
you
pretty
went
sure
and
you
looked
did
already,
double.
huh?
I
No,
figured
no,
it.
no. You know how I did it?
Hmm.
It was this other guy that I gamed with back in the day. His name was Ego. I'm not gonna say the rest of his name for just privacy purpose. We had the same gamer score on December 19th, 2022. I mean 2021. And I sent him a message and said, "Hey, we had the exact same gamer score, which is rare." And I sent that to him. That's it. Um, I sent that to him. He turned around and I subtracted my gamer score then from now, and that just gave me my amount. You get my point? So I did over 20. I did over 20 something thousand.
Hey, put this link in the chat for this.
I did. It's in there. I'm about to hide the screen so I can do mine. Hold up.
But I'm amazed that some of these people, I'm like, and I know I'm being cutty and shady for this. I'm like, some people are getting 100,000 in 1 year. And I'm like, do these people have jobs?
How?
That's what I'm
That's
saying. How are you doing
crazy.
it? Do they have jobs? I wish I could be so lucky. I sound like a hater, don't I? Okay, let's move
Hey,
on.
that's
But
logical. That's logic. Because that's an insane amount.
I don't. And then not only that it's the same amount, just think if you didn't have Game Pass. Who's buying all those games? Are you renting them?
But look, are they enjoying the games? It's just like
Now, see, that's a difference too. That's a
right.
very good point because
Sir,
I have to enjoy a
point
game.
at me like, eat
Takes
slow,
forever.
Mark. Eat slow. Enjoy your food.
Because
Are they enjoying the
Chew
games?
your food. My only achievements.
enjoy the flavors, savor it.
Are you just zipping through these games and not enjoying them, or what?
Yeah, a lot of people.
See, the achievements are like a side thing for me. I let them come to me.
Mm-hmm. It's just like a nice treat when you hear that bloop. Like, oh, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say
Yeah.
I'm more interested in the story and engagement, but if I can
Same.
if I can unlock all the achievements, it's cool. But I'm not going back if I miss something. I'm not going to. I know a lot of
I'll do
people.
some games. It depends.
That's me
If
and
it's a
God of
Yeah,
War.
game,
Very,
if it's
I
a
will
game I
scour out
know I can
very,
do it
every
easily.
inch of that game and find every last thing. That's me and
I
God of War.
I can't do that. I mean, I admire people that can go in and try to be 100%. Some games are 100%. You can look at it as a lot of games that I have 100%, but it's a lot. I'm like, I ain't doing that. I don't have the time. But I don't hate on people that do, so to speak. So, in other gaming news, it was something that was spoke about this week. I want to get your opinion, and it has to do with Square Enix. What did you think about
Bum, 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 bum.
their new motto, saying that they want to go more into all consoles, so to speak, and try to get the market and market their games to all consoles instead of focusing on one console? What did you think about it? Because you know they're losing money.
Yes.
Where did that come from?
Yeah. Because they
You didn't
losing
see that?
money.
No.
Where you been?
I haven't seen either. The only recent thing I know about Square Enix is apparently, like Sony was locking out, the mainline
And
Final Fantasy games.
that's where I was going with that.
Yeah.
So they were like, this all over the blogs today. They were saying that Square Enix wants to take a different approach to games, but they locked Sony. You made a deal with the devil. So I was telling people, you make a deal with the devil, you got to stay with it. You are what you eat. Why are you complaining about something if you made a deal with the devil? Don't complain.
Huh, and the Silent Hill 2 remake. Dang.
So what do y'all think
No,
about?
I'm sorry, Silent Hill, no. But anyway,
Well, me being that I told people I don't cry with spoiled milk. Everyone's crying that Final Fantasy, whatever number, won't come to the Xbox. I can care less. I'm not buying it anyway. Just because if you can't support all the systems, I'm going to show you you're not getting my money. And if you think Sony and I can buy it on the
you gonna get
PS5,
desperate, and that doesn't mean you could close it back up after you get back on your feet. So
there you go.
just because you're desperate right now, don't mean you're gonna have the same behavior in the future.
So I'm not doing it, but I could care less how they feel.
I think Square lost a customer with me, really.
No, they lost me. They lost, they lost me a long time. They don't want my money. So what do you think about that, lady?
Not surprised. It's just crazy. It's selfish. Not surprised. Yep. Booty check.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, if you're missing a couple of dollars, you should go to Sony. Because why would you sign a deal with Sony for exclusivity and you don't tell Sony, wait a minute, I'm leaving money on the table, so you got to cover all that additional money. Just think if Microsoft wasn't buying Activision Blizzard, and Microsoft went to Activision and said, keep Call of Duty off of PlayStation. And Activision Blizzard said, you're going to pay us $5 billion every year. It's all about money, right?
Money, 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 money.
Fits. What are your thoughts, Double?
I would like to know what's going on, and I mean, to me, I think it's a Japanese thing. I just keep coming back to that. Like, does Sony boss Square around? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yes,
Or do
everyone.
they? Is this
Subscribe and like
something?
to the channel. Subscribe and like. Go ahead, Double.
I just want to figure that out. Why they so loyal to Sony?
Well, I think
Which is, I was about to say, it's funny because Atlas is being pro-consumer, which, they're putting like Persona on like all consoles and stuff,
because they like the profits, they like the money. If you want to get maximized and get as much money as possible, you're going to put it everywhere.
They're shooting themselves in the foot.
Exactly.
Literally.
I mean, like, just let it go. Whatever animosity, whatever's going on, just come on. Like, it's the same thing.
Okay.
I'm just why so loyal to Sony?
Yeah, like you said, it's partly because they're Japanese and it's their customers a little different than US customs. I'm thinking US customs are more, not even gonna say it's a custom, is capitalism at its best. We can make the most money off of, we will. Japanese are more into that custom of, hey, it's Japanese and they're going to support Japanese. And they're finicky. I would say they're very finicky to their own. But what do I know? So let's get to our big topic. And the big topic is this whole, and Lady Jazz, pull up that video for a second because I want to check and see. It was an interesting video that OG sent us about the ABK Activision Blizzard acquisition and the ups and downs and ups and downs. And the CMA today, what they said, they needed more time to make a decision. The EU is supposed to make a decision last week, or what, this week. Microsoft met about the trial, correct? Microsoft, ABK, and the FTC had a pre-trial hearing. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But so all this is going on, and everyone knows that Microsoft let Who is it? Bethesda? Was it Bethesda? Former union?
ZeniMax.
That,
ZeniMax, Bethesda.
Mac.
Yeah.
ZeniMax, the testers formed a union. And this young lady from TYT had something to say. And I felt as though what she said was interesting, but to me, she is not engaged enough to really understand. She's making it from her own point of view of prejudice because she's against big tech. But on one end, she's saying, oh, it's a good deal. But then the other end, she's hoping the deal doesn't go through with ABK merger because it's big tech. And I want us to talk about big tech and play a couple of snippets of that video and let the chat hear it.
Yesterday, 300 quality assurance workers at a video game studio owned by Microsoft successfully unionized. And what makes this story so exciting and so different is that through their efforts to organize the workplace and form a union, Microsoft didn't step in and try to bust their efforts. Now, the union drive took place at ZeniMax Media, which is a video game publisher that Microsoft acquired in 2021. ZeniMax is behind massive video game franchises such as The Elder Scrolls, Fallout, and Doom. Now, though testing video games might sound like a super fun job and not at all grueling, that is actually not the case. It is a difficult job, it is grueling, and they're not playing video games for fun. They're doing it specifically to find, coding errors or glitches, things that they need to fix. It's quality control. Now, earlier this year, More Perfect Union spoke to quality assurance workers at Raven Software about what it's like to do their jobs. Why don't we take a quick look at that?
I worked on Black Ops 3, I was night shift. I remember the lights would turn off after 9 p.m. and then we would get yelled at for spilling creamer. We would work 14-hour shifts at one point, trying to get Black Ops 3 out. It was just insane, it felt like a dungeon.
Especially when I was working in VR games. As a QA tester, you would be in the headset anywhere from 4 to 8 hours a day with essentially 2 small TV screens blaring into your eyes. It's worth noting that VR manufacturers actually suggest players only stick to 30 to 60 minutes a day. I personally have long-term, eye vision damage from that experience.
We had been frustrated about pay for a long time. We had several testers who were on food stamps. We had people who were qualifying for SNAP. It was, frustrating to know that we were putting out this game that makes upwards of $5 million a day and couldn't see any of that return.
So, look, I'm an underground gamer, except I'm not, I'm kidding. But I can't imagine doing any job for 14 hours a day on a regular basis and not losing my mind. And I also can't imagine putting on a VR headset for 4 to 8 hours a day. I feel like I'd get sick within the first 5 minutes.
Yeah, regular monitor for 9 to 10, 12 hours a day is absolutely dreadful. My brief experiment with VR earlier this year took far less than an hour for me to get very sick.
Right.
Coming from the video.
Oh, okay.
Listen to her commentary.
Really, because I could see the video playing on the screen.
Was Raven Software. But let's go back to ZeniMax and what they're demanding through their union. They want better pay. They want fewer hours, which I think is reasonable considering the long hours they're working, flexible remote work policies, and better promotion policies. Now, again, unlike what we've seen with other companies like Starbucks, for instance, Microsoft went in a different direction and they decided against trying to union bust. And we can only speculate as to why. I'm too pessimistic to just accept that they want to be good to their workers, right? I think there might be something else at play. I think it's overall great that they didn't step in and try to union bust. But Autumn Mitchell, who's an employee who was involved in the unionization effort, said that Microsoft's decision to remain neutral was incredibly important. It's been an incredible weight lifted off our shoulders, she says. The union election, by the way, wasn't even conducted through the National Labor Relations Board. Oftentimes when things get heated between the employees and the company, grievances are filed with the NLRB. They step in and they kind of oversee the process to make sure that these employers aren't union busting. Instead, the company held a union vote by allowing employees to either sign a union authorization card or vote anonymously through an online platform. The workers unionized with the Communications Workers of America, CWA, and that's all great. I mean, I'm really, really happy for them. Bigger picture, it's great news that we're seeing more companies and more workers across the country attempt to unionize, succeed in unionizing. Again, I've said this a million times, I'll say it again. It's like the one ray of hope I see in this terrible political climate. But if you're asking why Microsoft was so accommodating to ZeniMax and their efforts to unionize, well, the concessions to union organizers came as the company has been trying to placate antitrust regulators who are scrutinizing its roughly $70 billion proposed acquisition of the video game maker Activision Blizzard. It seems there may have been some sort of quid pro quo between the CWA and Microsoft. The CWA had voiced reservations about Microsoft's acquisition of Activision, but it said the neutrality agreement addressed its concerns, and the union's president later met with the chair of the FTC, the Federal Trade Commission, in October of 2022 to urge support for the deal. But ultimately that deal fell through. It didn't work, it was blocked, and I think that's good. I think these antitrust laws are important. I think these mergers are disastrous. If the merger had happened, it would have been, it would make Microsoft the third largest gaming firm behind Sony and Tencent. Tencent.
Yeah, already big, and like being both the platform manufacturer and one of the largest software manufacturers for it. Like it's not unprecedented. Nintendo, is like that, but yeah, I'm glad that deal didn't go through. And great for the workers. I'm sure that was probably a part of it. It's hardly a season where if you do crush a unionization effort, you're not gonna get noticed for it. Maybe they're trying to avoid a bit of the bad press. And in particular, in the video game industry, there have been some companies whose reputations have been absolutely tanked over the last couple of years. They'd probably like to not have that happen to them. So in any event, good for the workers.
And by the way, my bad. So the deal isn't dead yet. They're still trying to do this acquisition. So
you can stop the video because
we'll
they already said what
for
needs
now,
to be
though,
said.
I believe it's been.
Yeah.
Okay, where should we begin? Where should we begin? Who wants to go first? Lady Jazz, we're gonna go with you first. What are your thoughts on what she said?
I just find it interesting because I mean she admitted she didn't game, and like you said here, OG, from the outside looking in. Personally, I wasn't aware that it was that bad. Like I never really thought of wearing the VR headsets for that long and true Q&A testing. My eyes hurt just thinking about that. So that's crazy. I'm glad it wasn't blocked. So
Okay. What about you, Megan?
yeah, she need to put the script down. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Megan, what is your opinion?
It's funny. This video was like informative but kind of awkward because they were kind of like, it felt like they're trying to explain what was going on, but at the same time they're not in that space.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah,
Right.
so half of me is like, oh, this is a lot of interesting stuff, but half of me is like, wait, no, that doesn't sound right.
Okay. Double.
It was. I mean, the video was great. I mean, just like the lady that mentioned about what 14 hours inside those
Yeah.
VR headsets.
Can you imagine?
My God, I'm surprised she's not blind.
For $12 an hour.
For $12 an hour. But yeah, I mean, she's on the outside looking in. They don't have no idea what's really going on.
Yes. Okay.
That's pretty much what I thought of the video.
So Rich.
She just sounded like she was reading the prompter.
Okay.
And she had her ideas because she didn't want to say that she didn't even want to give Microsoft praise in that whole thing for just being neutral.
Because she don't like
She was trying to talk her way all the way around Microsoft being neutral on a union deal and just staying out of it when other companies interfere all left, right, and sideways.
Okay. So that's your opinions, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Where should I begin?
Oh boy, here he goes.
First and foremost, I'm going to give everyone credit, and let's go back in time. Anytime you make peasants' wages, you should complain. And yes, I am saying that's peasants' wages because I wouldn't work for that. You couldn't pay me to work for that because I think that for game development with Activision, Bethesda, and everyone else, it's called sharing the wealth. But that's capitalism. You should be able to share the wealth. But let's go back in time. There are good points and bad points about unions. And I will say that till the day I die. Everything's not perfect. Just because you're in a union doesn't make everything great.
No.
And just because you're not in a union doesn't make everything great. I think there are trade-offs. As she said, quid pro quo. Quid pro quo. But here's the problem that I have with all this. Go back when the union, this was first started, the merger was first announced. The CWA, the FTC, and Communication Workers of America, all of them was scared. And they say, well, they didn't say about Microsoft. What they said is they were upset with Activision Blizzard on how they treated their people. Right?
Yeah.
That is what they were afraid of. Microsoft said, we are not going to oppose any of it. So in turn, they turned around and let everyone do what they want to do. If you want to be in a union, you can be in a union. My problem that I have with this young lady at the end is she said, oh, it's good for the unions and this and that, but Microsoft had an ulterior motive. That's business. We make a negotiation. We are negotiating. So you help me, I help you. Tell me in what facet of life that doesn't happen anywhere else.
One-sided deals.
Yes. Oh, yeah. One-sided deal meaning what? The deal that Square Enix made with Sony you're talking about? That's a one-sided deal.
That's a one-sided
right. But when she came in and just made it look like, he said at the end, big tech, and the deal didn't go through. That tells you she wasn't well versed and she didn't actually read and she doesn't actually know what's going on. Because she said, I'm glad the FTC stepped in and blocked the deal because of the antitrust laws. But did she actually read the antitrust laws? I don't think antitrust can get in until the deal is what a company controls the market. But what she said, oh, Sony, they would be number 3. So if she was smart enough to think, if you number 3, how does that make you controlling the market? Antitrust laws come in when you have a large percent of the market share. You are dominating that market, right or wrong,
or more.
So if they're number 3, how could they control it? But immediately, because it's big tech, they're bad. And that's what I have a problem with.
Yeah, she had her real.
That's
big tech.
That's the problem. But let me take a side note. When you're talking about big tech, and I've been saying this all along, let's go back and go back 10 years, go back 15 years. People act like Sony's not part of big tech.
I don't know
Everything's
why.
But they let Sony my beginning. That's why I said let's not get to that point about Sony until we get to this point. That no one said anything about Sony doing what they're doing, but they can control the market. They control the market in Europe. No one's saying anything. Japan hasn't even said anything about the deal. I want to see Japan block the deal. I want them to block the deal because that's going to show you the utmost prejudice. Microsoft not even 2% in that market. So tell me how the devil can that deal be blocked? But when you start coming to the US, the CMA, and the EU, and you're talking about this deal and what they were saying, they mentioned Sony and Tencent. But Microsoft bad, but they're okay to do what they're doing. That's called challenging. And then when people don't understand it, what they don't get about big tech, sometimes big tech helps things matriculate. For instance, the HoloLens. Who signed the contract for $10 billion, I think, for the HoloLens? The Defense Department, correct?
Defense Department.
So they did that for Microsoft. What about that tech? It's expensive tech, right? I'm sorry to say it like this, but usually big tech companies can have the wherewithal to spend the billions of dollars to develop the technology. So what they're using to help the Defense Department matriculates down to the consumer. People don't realize that. So whatever Microsoft is developing, you can be darn skippy. That technology matriculates to us in the long term. It becomes cheaper to manufacture. But see, we're all going after big tech. Now you want to go after big tech because of that. Now, let's say, Serge, you, Mark, Double M, and myself, we're going to start a company. We're going to challenge Microsoft. Where are we going to get the money? So can we go to the FTC and say, hey, they stopping us? We don't have any money.
Everybody and their mama gonna start doing that. Hey,
but it's stupid. It's stupid because I always tell people go back to looking at who can challenge who. People don't ever go back a couple of years. Let's go back 10 years. Who controlled the cloud space? AWS, right? Go back 10 to 50, go back in 2010, 2009. I remember looking at the stock markets, and I'm going on a tangent, but I want to show you how what they're predicting is not always the case, and being afraid of big tech is not always the case, because you always have a smaller person or another company that can think of something that can challenge you. That's what that's called. That's called innovation. But go back 10 years ago, I remember stock analysts. Do you guys know what FANG means? Remember they used to say who the FANG group was? Do y'all know who FANG is? Okay, FANG is an acronym. It's called Facebook, Apple, Amazon, Netflix, Google. That's FANG. Those were the top 5 technological companies in the US. And they didn't count Microsoft because they said, oh, Microsoft is on the way out. Little did they know Microsoft had the wherewithal, the money to spend, because they counted Microsoft out. They counted them out. But see, one thing people don't realize, Microsoft is very well diversified. They got Windows, they got gaming, they got cloud service, and you thank Nadella for that. Satya is the one who they put in charge, but he came from the cloud services, and he's the one who built that up. But my point I'm making is they challenged Google. That's called competition in the cloud space, right? No one owns the cloud. I mean, it's Google, Microsoft, and Amazon, IBM, Oracle, all of them in the cloud. That's competition. But if you keep getting the FTC to jump in and say, oh, big tech can't do anything, you kind of are tying their one hand behind their back and telling them to fight. But you're not saying that to Sony. They didn't say one thing to Sony because Sony's not as big as Microsoft. Don't worry about my checkbook. If I can do an investment, look at VR. VR is a very expensive technology. Can a small company that Double M, Sergio, and I can just make a company and say, okay, we're going to challenge them. Well, we're going to have to get some good engineers out of college. Well, we have to pay them $100,000 to $200,000 a year. Software developers $200,000 or $300,000 a year. That's the going rate, right? Who can afford to pay that? Oh, if you try to pay them less, then you're going to say, oh, we're not paying them. They're not worth their money. So you're in a no-win situation. And that's what I think a lot of these people have, these asinine thoughts or views on topics, because I don't look at it as that way. I believe in capitalism is not perfect. Nothing is perfect. But you do have to fight for things. But for you just to block stuff, this was a perfect deal for Microsoft, and everybody's making them look like they're the bad ones. Sure, Microsoft is not the perfect company. No company is perfect. No one is perfect. And then you go into unions bad, unions good. You're going to find good unions, bad people everywhere, good people everywhere. But you're not going to be able to pigeonhole one person and say, well, they're just bad. And that's why I keep telling people, I said it from the beginning. I called it in the very beginning. I said this deal was not going to be going anywhere. I said the CMA, those are the ones to watch, and the EU, because they're all against US big tech. The rest of the world is trying to bring down, and I'm going to keep this opinion until I'm proven otherwise. Everyone hates US big tech. And if we and the FTC keeps blocking everything that we're trying to do as big tech, that puts this country behind. Maybe I'm asinine and don't know what I'm talking about, but I think I do. But
we behind enough.
It's exactly, we behind enough, but they're okay with that, and that's I think. Old personal opinion, I would have never put Lena Khan, just because you went to Harvard, Yale, wherever she went, and she did this paper, does not mean, but you really have no experience in that industry. You don't know what you're doing. You wrote a paper, you did research. So you don't know how things operate. And I'm not going at her in a negative sense. I'm just saying that, oh, she wrote a paper, she did this, she did this. And when you come out and tell somebody, you're just going to stop everybody from doing stuff. But if you have no legitimate reason, which they don't, to block a deal, that's not fair. So that's my whole point when I saw this young lady today in Double, thank you for sending the video, because I saw it early this morning. I'm like, okay, I listened to it and I'm like, she's interesting. She makes some good points, but her last points about going after big tech, people don't realize they counted Microsoft out in 2010. I can remember when Microsoft stock was $30 a share, $29, and that's when I bought it. I looked at the future. You don't count them out. That's called competition. And that's the point I think they're missing. They were about the same size as Sony. Sony is dying. I'm not going to say they're dying, but Sony didn't keep up. Microsoft is trying to keep up. That's called keeping up. Understanding the technology, understanding how the world moves, understanding where the trends are. They see cloud gaming. They say this is going to be the next trend. Why are you trying to stop them? So do you guys see where I'm coming from with this? That's why I thought that video was very interesting, but the lady needs to do a little more research.
Yep.
Totally agree.
Thoughts?
A lot more, because she it's more to it than she just seeing the surface of it.
She's reading an article. That's what she's doing. And and I hate people to read articles. Don't read the article. Understand the business.
She read the article and said her piece.
That's what she did. And that when I saw her last part of it, oh, so you don't want to talk about the fact that if Activision Blizzard is acquired, they'll easily have a path to form a union. But you said it's good for the union. But you don't want, the thing that irritated me, nothing is going to be 100% perfect. You're not going to get one thing. Everybody has to give and take. Yeah, it's politics or it's life. However you choose, no one's going to get 100% out of anything. So, that being said, that was my point. That's how I looked at it. And again, I'm going to state it right here. Come March, the EU approves the deal, I feel more comfortable. because the rumor, if the EU approves it, I think no, legally, if they can go around the CMA, because to me, I would tell the UK, oh well, we just won't sell Call of Duty in UK, because I don't think a foreign country should be able to totally block US companies from merging, even though Microsoft will walk away because they do serve or sell services to the UK and the EU. But to me, again, it just seems as though the whole world's against US big tech. Now, on the converse, hold on, let me get this last point out. The last point I want to make is this: big tech. I think Facebook is worth under 600 million now. Tesla is not worth as much. Google should be about 1.5 trillion. Microsoft should be trending about 1.8 trillion. Apple should be about 2 trillion, somewhere around there. So my whole point, you evaluating these companies off their stock market value, but you see it falling. So are they really big tech anymore? Or are you considering big tech because they control a lot? What is it going to be? So what are you going to say, Double?
No, I was about to say, I think the FTC moved the hearing back to April or something.
No, that was the CMA.
Okay, the CMA.
Yeah, that was the CMA. That was the Brits. And everyone said that was a good thing. It shows it's good for Microsoft. And I tell people every day, we will see, because I don't trust the CMA. Every time they do that, I'm a little bit, I'm petty. Because do you see what I be putting out there, Double?
Oh, yeah.
Do you see what I put out there? Because I include the CMA in every one of my comments. If they looking at it, yeah, I did it. Because I'm going to tell you in your face, you're dirty.
You're dirty. You ain't right. You got some dirty shoes.
I just don't appreciate. I think what set me off about the CMA is when that guy, I was at the EU, and I was a CMA, when that guy came and said, we have to protect Sony. That sent me to the moon.
That sent you to the yeah, that did.
That sent me, as a government agency, you're not supposed to protect any company. You treat everyone the same. But when you show your prejudice, anything about prejudice sends me to the moon.
It's supposed to be protecting the consumer.
They don't know. Sony paying them, so that's who they're going to protect. So any more comments on that, our last topic?
I'm good.
I'm good with that.
Okay, so let's see. Any of you guys have any last thoughts about this merger? What do you think? Jazz, you think it's going to go through?
The hopeful side of me saying yes. I'm not putting money on it, so what the heck? Yeah, I'll say yes. Let's see what happens.
What about you, Mega?
50 of me is saying yes, 50 of me is saying no. You know.
Okay. So you in the middle.
Yep.
OG.
I'm gonna say yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
What about you, Sir Rich?
I want to say yes. I want to see how many more tricks is gonna come out before this is all over with. What else they come up with, or if they just gonna give up the ghost?
It's gonna be a roller coaster.
It's gonna start costing them money at some point.
Well, my opinion is I'm waiting on the EU, but I don't have anything positive to say about this deal because it doesn't stifle competition, and it's like you worried about my business, meaning the CMA is worried about Microsoft, but not at my whole point. Look at the market share in your country. That's the only thing you're responsible for is your market share. Looking at how it impacts your country, EU, how it impacts your country. And I put something out about this that I'm telling people Watch out for the EU. Everyone is hating on the US. For a person like me, I'm going on a side note, I like to travel. And all of a sudden, the EU is starting to say, for Americans now, we need to have visas to go there. We've never had to have visas to go to Europe. Now they want us to pay for their visas. United States, we had a standard. We can go usually anywhere around the world. Now your EU is telling us we need a visa. Then I believe in reciprocity. If you going to say we need a visa, then you guys need a visa. But everyone's coming after the US because everyone's jealous of the US. And we doing it to ourselves because I'm messy. You tell my people that we need to do visas, then all of y'all got to have visas. Everybody got to have a visa. You want to come to the US? Visa. And whatever yours costs, we going to double. No,
That's crazy.
You got to respect us. I mean, and I'm not saying America is this great place because it isn't, but I'm just saying we help everybody, then you turn your backs on us. But I know that's a history thing. But that's why I have a problem with the EU, the CMA. I feel as though all this is just US big tech. It has nothing to do with gaming. It's all about stopping big tech, US. So anyway, that's our topics chat. Like and subscribe, please. Let us know what you think. So we're going to get out of here. We're going to find out where we can find you guys. So, Lady Jazz, where can we find you?
You can find me here every Thursday, 7 Central Standard Time, Gamers DMZ. I'm also on Twitch, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube as Jazzy Moto. Stream schedule throughout the week, here and there, every Friday, Saturday, and I also do art streams, so check me out.
Alrighty for you. What about you, Megan?
Well, the name's Megalixer. You can find me every Thursday at 7 p.m.
Oh,
Central.
it's Megalix. I thought it was Mega Man. I know everybody know you Megalix.
Mega Man. But yeah, every Thursday at 7 o'clock p.m. Central Time. I have a YouTube channel. Don't have content there yet, but you know,
You working on it?
we're cooking.
You have a lot of free time, so I don't understand why not. But we're not gonna go.
Yeah, but yeah, and I got Twitch. I got Twitch as well. I do not have a schedule, but I'll tell you one thing: I'm going to be streaming tomorrow.
At what time?
At what time? I do not know.
And why tell somebody you're going to stream? So give us a time frame between 2 and 8, between 6 and 10. Let somebody know. We know you're going to get up tomorrow too. That's going to happen. So how is that any different? After 8 p.m. After 8 p.m. After 6 p.m.
Well, it's definitely not after 8 p.m. I don't like streaming like really late at night, which is kind of ironic for me, but yeah.
Okay.
So
I'll just say like around like 6.
Look, y'all go follow him when he goes live. You get the notification. Bada boom.
Yeah, bada boom. Okay. What about you, OG?
You can find me here every Thursday with the rest of the fellas
and lady
and ladies,
folks. Oh, I forgot to flip your links around.
Facebook. Got a Facebook group, All Things Geeky. You welcome anytime. And that's it for me.
Okay. What about you, Surge?
Well, you can find me here, you know. I just saw the screenshot anyway. You can find me here every Thursday. And I'm on Facebook at Sir Rich Gaming. I'm on Twitter at Sir Rich. I'm also on Twitch as Sir Rich. I stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. and that is the Stay Play right now. It's God of War Ragnarok. Fridays is usually shooter and maybe some Minecraft. Around like 7 as well on Saturdays. And it's Fridays and Saturdays at 7. but that's where you can find me.
Okay, let's see. Where can you find me? Usually here at 7 p.m. Thursday Central Standard Time, and I'm gaming when I can. And when I game, I got to remember that I can use Twitch from my Xbox, so I'll be twitching from there tomorrow. I'll twitch something. Don't know what it is yet, but I'll be twitching something.
I'll be twitching.
Yeah, I'll twitch. I'll be twitching. I'm gonna try to. I've just been got a lot of threat modeling I got to do, but
Hey, you can twitch as long as you're not tweaking.
there you go. you ain't never lied. You ain't gonna ever find me tweaking anything, so you ain't gotta worry about that. But yeah, you'll find me there most of the week. I'll try to do some. I'm gonna try to make some new content too, video content of me playing games. I just keep forgetting to upload it and putting it in the folder, but that's where you can find me. So, chat, thanks for staying by and listening to us for this long chat. We appreciate it. We're just trying to get back in the groove for the holiday. We all had great holidays, and some of us are getting over some things, and we're going to be, remorseful for what they have to go through and respectful for that. And we always got to be. Time heals all wounds. So we always got to stay strong and support one another through these times. That being said, we support all of you guys. So please take the opportunity to like and subscribe and follow the lady and gentlemen, and watch them stream and help us out a little bit. And we appreciate that, and we appreciate you guys' time. Everyone have a great day, and Serge, take us out.
Yep. Holla, holla, holla,
holla, holla, holla, holla, holla, holla.
Good night.
Brother. Can a brother holler at you? I know. Are you gay? Can a brother holler at you? Holla, holla, holla. Holla at you. Holla, holla at you. Holla, holla, holla. You brother holler at you? Holla, holla, holla. Holla at you. Holla, holla at you. Holla, 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 holla.